Hello, everybody. This is Andy with Andy Hoffer Coaching, and this is Mindset Matters More. And we are testing out a new setup today. So if there is something that happens, you guys are just going to have to give me some grace as I learn a new setup. Okay. Now, let's talk about it because, there are just so many options out there. And really, you can get lost in the sea of information. Information is key, right? The more you know, the better. But what about when there's just so much going on? Like, I always think about how people have told me before, oh, you just create meal plans. Oh, you just create workout plans. I can do that for myself, blah, blah, blah. You're right, you can. But what you're paying me is the hundreds of hours that I have dedicated to studying this, to looking at the best meal plans, see what works, understanding the different modalities of working out, and integrating that into a program. Now, if you want to spend hundreds of hours in doing it and find the best one for you, absolutely go right ahead. You can do that. That is perfectly fine. But you can be overwhelmed by a lot of information, which is why we typically ask for help. So for me, getting into podcasting and doing this, I felt like, wow, how do I even do this? And I mentioned this on my first podcast that, my friend was like, girl, you just download the app, hit record. That's all you got to do. And so this entire time that I've been doing this, that's what I was doing. I was basically just getting on the app and hitting record. Now, again, they're forcing me to evolve at this point. So here we are trying new things. But with that comes asking for help again. Because I could spend hundreds of hours looking at all the different microphones, looking at all the different programs, all the different ways that I could put out my podcast. Yes, I can do that. But do I really want to get into the nitty gritty of it? Probably not. I've got just too much other shit going on in my life that is I don't have time to figure all of that out, which is why I have to ask for help. So that's what we're talking about, is asking for help. At what point do you need to start asking for help? At what point is it that you're yes, you know what? This is too much. I need somebody to tell me what to do. So there are 3 key factors for me that really will trigger when I ask for help. 1, is it something that I am new to? Automatically got to ask for help. Automatically, that's a ask for help situation because I like to feel oh yeah, I am smart. I know everything and I can figure everything out all by myself. But you waste so much time hitting your head on a brick wall, doing the wrong thing. You could save so much time just by asking people for help when you start. That's the first time. It's hey, where do I even start? And it's not that you have to hire somebody. You can go to forums, you could listen to podcasts, you could go to websites, fucking Google it, right? So it's not about spending all this money right from the jump. It is about finding resources, and that's the best place to start, okay? Because think about this. Even if you were to hire somebody, how do you know that somebody is knowledgeable in the things that they say that they're knowledgeable about, right? So you have to sort of get yourself acclimated into the information to begin with. And that can be, like I said, online, books, podcasts, videos, whatever. Okay? The second time that you need to ask for help is when you have started something and you've been doing it for a while and you become stuck. You're just okay, I'm spinning my wheels, not really progressing, that I feel like I am just not making any progress no matter what I try. That's the second time to ask for help. Why do you need to ask for help then? It's because they might be things that you're missing that you're blind to, like blind spots. So somebody who is a professional, like a coach or somebody who does whatever they do professionally, can guide you and show you how to get to the next level. That is important. It requires a bit of humility to ask somebody for help at that point, because at that point you're thinking, oh my God, well, I've been doing this for a while. I should know. I should have all this down and blah, blah, blah. But when you realize, all the things that that you really don't know anything. So asking for help at that point is important. So we've got two of them. We got when you first start and when you've been doing it for a while. Now, the third time is like, and this is my favorite one. I get a lot of clients like this. That they're just like, you know what? I don't even want to understand the nitty gritty. I just need somebody to tell me what to do. Just point me in the right direction and send me that way. But you got to ask somebody. So for me, there are 3 times. Okay. So the first is you get started in something. 2, you need somebody to help you to learn more. And 3, you just need somebody to point you in the right direction just so that you can keep going. Now, asking for help, like I said earlier, requires a little bit of humility. There's this thing called the beginner's mindset. And the beginner's mindset is very much a way of thinking about things, even if you're a beginner, even if you're a master, even if you're a professional. Having this beginner mindset and curiosity to be able to progress and to understand and to evolve and be better and do more is a way of thinking. Remaining curious in whatever it is that you're doing requires you to ask for help. It requires you to continually search out information from other people. And so, yeah, that's what we're doing here. We're trying to evolve ourselves with this podcast by asking people, what is the best mic? What is the best setup? How can I do this thing? And so I think I found something that might work for me. I think I found something that might be the way that I'm going to go in the future. But I'm not sure just yet. So we're trying this out. We're seeing what happens. And if it doesn't work out, guess what? I get to ask for help again. But yeah, so I don't know. I hope you guys got something valuable for this, because quite frankly, I know I struggle with asking for help. I know that I struggle with being somebody who is humble enough to be like, well, I don't know. I'm very much one of those people that like to bash their head on the brick wall over and over and over again, trying the same thing over and over. Well, let me try it like this. Well, let me try it like this. Well, let me try it like that. And yeah, so I am, this is a win for me, okay? So asking for help and getting it, without having to try a million things, this is a win for me. Well, I hope you guys like this podcast, and if anything, you guys can reach out to me. All right, love you guys. Bye.